Today we have brought you the latest Tesla news. Senator Joe Manchin blasts EV tax credit expansion, calls for hydrogen development. Tesla is now more profitable than Ford and GM, despite selling far fewer vehicles in Q1. Tesla issues over-the-air recall on 48,000 Model 3 performance vehicles over problem with track mode. And Tesla reduces price of home chargers after removing the one included with new vehicles. Let's get into all the details. So let's get started. West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin blasted a potential expansion of the electric vehicle tax credit on Thursday, while also calling for the development of the hydrogen sector to decarbonize the transportation industry. Manchin, who called a Biden administration proposal to broaden the EV tax credit program ludicrous, said, "The waiting period for EVs right now is already so long that there is no point to offering more money to incentivize consumers to buy a battery-powered car. There is a waiting list for EVs right now with the fuel prices, but they still want us to throw a $5,000 or $7,000 or $12,000 credit for us to buy electric vehicles," said during a Thursday Senate budget hearing. Manchin added that production volumes of EVs are far away from fulfilling current demand levels, so it would be ridiculous to offer additional funding to the programs. It is evident that EVs are becoming more popular, and with automakers in nearly all situations relating to EVs still working to produce and sell 1 million electric powertrains a year, demand is outweighing current production metrics. However, companies are funneling incredibly large amounts of money toward EV development, while smaller, EV-dedicated companies are ramping production. Tesla will produce at least 1 million vehicles globally this year, after coming just short of the mark in 2021. Many projections have the company producing at least 1.5 million vehicles this year, but some of its cars are still sold out until 2023. The EV tax credit was set to be introduced with new terms. That is until President Biden's Build Back Better plan stalled after Manchin refused to support the bill. It would have increased the $7,500 credit to as much as $12,500. Granted, the vehicle and its battery were built in U.S. facilities that were unionized to see the full benefit. It would have also put an end to EV credit caps, which Tesla and General Motors both have, as they are disqualified from offering the credit after selling 200,000 EV units. Manchin added that the money put toward expanding the EV tax credit program should be funneled to other sources, like research into hydrogen powertrains. Manchin is a member of the West Virginia Hydrogen Hub Coalition, which welcomes Speaker of the House Roger Hanshaw, President of the Senate Craig Blair, Senate Minority Leader Stephen Baldwin, and House Minority Leader Doug Scaff to the group yesterday. Manchin has been openly critical of a full transition to EVs in the past and has openly criticized the advantages of an all-EV future. Manchin also believes EVs are not a way to free dependence on oil from other countries. "It is frustrating to hear calls for a swifter transition to electrified transportation to reduce our dependence on foreign oil," Manchin said in early April. "We cannot replace one unreliable foreign supply chain with another and think it's going to solve our problems." Moving to the next update, Tesla is now more profitable than Ford and GM, despite selling far fewer vehicles in Q1. Tesla may be the rising star of America's automotive sector, but for the longest time, Detroit giants, General Motors and Ford, have held significant advantages over their younger rival. Ford and GM still tend to deliver far more vehicles per quarter than Tesla, and they also tend to earn more money than the EV maker. The latter is no longer true. During the first quarter, Tesla reported a net income of $3.31 billion, representing a year-over-year increase of 658%. In Q1 2021, Tesla earned $438 million. In comparison, GM posted a net profit of $2.93 billion in the first quarter, a 3.04% year-over-year decrease. Ford, despite the success of vehicles like the Mustang Mach-E and the strength of its F-Series, posted a net loss of $3.1 billion in Q1 2022. partly due to its investment in electric truck maker Rivian. Tesla already dominates its American-born peers in the automotive sector in terms of market cap, with the company currently being valued at over $900 billion, and that's after a substantial dip that's likely aggravated by CEO Elon Musk's recent Tesla sell-off. General Motors currently has a market cap of $56.57 billion, while Ford is currently valued at $59.24 billion. It should be noted that Ford and GM still delivered far more cars than Tesla in the first quarter. The EV maker announced that it had delivered 310,048 cars in Q1 2022, which is still far behind Ford's 970,000 and GM's 1.427 million. Despite delivering less cars, Tesla still made more money than its more experienced Detroit-based rivals. According to The Street, Tesla was able to accomplish this due to a variety of factors. One of these is the company's adjusted EBITDA margin in Q1 2022, which increased to 26.8% in the first quarter from 17.7% last year. GM's adjusted EBIT margin was at 11.2% in the first quarter, while Ford posted an adjusted EBIT margin of 6.7%. Tesla seems to have accomplished this through a variety of novel strategies. Arguably one of these is the company's savings on traditional advertisements. Tesla spends $0 on ads, relying instead on word of mouth and CEO Elon Musk's online presence on Twitter to spread its brand image. Both Ford and GM are big ad spenders, with the latter spending $2.22 billion in advertisements in 2020, according to Statista. With Tesla now taking the crown of most profitable American automaker, there are only a couple more titles left for the EV company to claim. Moving to the next update, Tesla issues over-the-air recall on 48,000 Model 3 performance vehicles over problem with track mode. Tesla has issued another over-the-air recall, and this time it's on more than 48,000 Model 3 performance vehicles over a problem with track mode. Lately, Tesla has had to issue a lot of recalls, but most of them were minor issues that were fixed by simple over-the-air software updates. For example, the automaker issued a recall that was reported as a massive recall on over 800,000 vehicles due to a seat belt issue, which sounds pretty bad, but in fact, it had to do with a reminder alert to buckle the seat belt that sometimes wouldn't appear under very specific conditions. It is creating a situation where the media sensationalizes major recalls when in fact, a simple over-the-air software update is needed and no owner actually needs to bring back the car to a dealership or service center, as is the case with traditional recalls. It actually highlights one of Tesla's biggest advantages over the rest of the industry, the high level of connectivity in its vehicles and its lack of reliance on third-party dealers to service them. The automaker describes the issue in the recall notice, which is as follows. Tesla is recalling certain 2018 to 2022 Model 3 performance vehicles. The unit of speed, miles per hour or kilometer per hour, may fail to display on the speedometer while in track mode. As such, these vehicles fail to comply with the requirements of Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard No. 101, control and displays. The automaker originally launched track mode for Model 3 performance back in 2018. The software fine-tuned the dynamic controls for better track performance. In 2020, Tesla released a new version of track mode version 2. The new version of the software included a lot more customization features and even included maps of some racetracks with a full video game-like experience inside the car. Tesla is going to send all owners a notice of recall by June 6, 2022. Moving to the last update, Tesla reduces price of home chargers after removing the one included with new vehicles. Tesla has reduced prices on its 2 home chargers after removing the one included with new vehicles being delivered. The automaker also added the chargers to its online configurator to remind new buyers to get one. Last week, we reported on Tesla removing the included mobile charger from new vehicle purchases. Since its inception, Tesla had been including a mobile charger with every new car it delivered, but CEO Elon Musk claimed that Tesla had usage statistics showing that the use of the chargers was super low. We did question that claim, and some data show that Tesla owners frequently use the included mobile charger. However, it looks like Tesla is going forward with the move regardless. To soften the blow, Musk had announced that Tesla would reduce the price of the mobile charger. Tesla has now followed through with Musk's announcement of reducing the price of the charging solutions. The price of the mobile connector is now $200 and the Tesla wall connector is $400. Tesla already had some of the best prices in the industry when it came to home charging stations, but these prices are particularly impressive, especially the wall connector, since anything 48 amp and with Wi-Fi connectivity generally start at least $600. Along with the price update, Tesla also added the charging solutions to its vehicle online configurator. This is important since buyers will now need to make sure they have a home charging solution when buying, as they can't rely on one being included with the vehicle. As we suspected, when Tesla first announced this move, this might be a supply issue because the mobile charger is back-ordered. Now, in the configurator, it even says that deliveries are expected between August and October. Fortunately for Tesla, that's also when most new orders are expected to be delivered, but it still looks like Tesla is having issues securing enough mobile chargers. That's it for now. So what are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at the Electric Arena for all the latest Tesla and electric vehicle news.